Good morning, traders. Richard here doing a quick Ichimoku cloud chart market review of the Nasdaq E-mini futures contract. So far, so good. We're back above the top end of the cloud. That's really good news. Price action above the top end of the cloud is bullish, and price action below is bearish. So we're out of bearish territory. We're in bullish territory. And key levels to watch out for is now this whole cloud chart support zone at the top end of the cloud. Yeah, that's now kind of the line in the sand for this rally to stay bullish on the 4-hour. Any kind of price action below this end of the cloud will change the outlook to bearish. So far bullish. We're navigating this resistance zone after breaking through the bottom in the cloud. Yeah, we had plenty of swing trade buy signals there, and then we managed to get through the top end of the cloud. Yeah, there was a standard line, a swing trade buy signal there. There was a cloud chart rebound buy at the bottom end of the cloud there. Broke through the top end resistance zone there, that 19932 zone there roughly. Managed to get through that resistance zone, and now we're fighting this cluster of resistance there, trying to find support above the 20360 zone. If support holds at this level, the upside targets would be this resistance zone there, these upside targets there, and then the top end of the cloud there, that level there, as well as that zone there. So these are the upside resistance targets in the current rally. Downside targets, we can get a support test of the turning line of the cloud there, 20,252, as well as this 20,135 can be a support zone. And that would mean this kind of move, or that move from here could mean a 23 or 38% Fibonacci retracement of maybe that move. So keep an eye on for that kind of a pullback, just consolidating this move, digesting the move, and then further swing trade higher. So watch out for the interaction at the turning line, watch out for the interaction at the standard line of the Ichimoku cloud. And if we sell off to the bottom end of the cloud, yeah, this whole cluster of support zone, yeah, that can be another area for swing trade to the upside. But all bets are off if we slice through the bottom in the cloud and enter bearish territory. But very exciting about the price action on the 4-hour. Let's go and take a look at the daily one there. You can see after rebounding from this whole cluster of support of the cloud that we get here from the bottom in the cloud, as well as the weekly Ichimoku cloud, we managed to get through the turning line of the cloud, gapped up there. Now we're navigating the bottom end of the front end cloud chart resistance zone, as well as this cluster of resistance there, and we can pop in another resistance zone in there. Previous support zone of the cloud that used to be a support zone on the way up, it's now a resistance zone. You can see briefly it almost touched that zone to the upside, but we can see this move consolidate in between that resistance zone and these turning line of the Ichimoku cloud. So that should be another rebound swing trade buy zone. If we get a breakout past that resistance zone, then we're heading for the next cluster of resistance, would be that zone there that we get from these old cloud chart levels, as well as that top end cloud chart resistance zone there. That zone there, 2822 would be the upside. And then the target for this this relief rally upside target is the turning line of the Ichimoku cloud there, the standard line of the Ichimoku cloud there, and the top end of the front end of the cloud there. So you can see that the standard line and the top end of the front end of the cloud. So these are the upside targets in this current rally, provided that we get through these cluster of resistance levels there. But so far so good. Looking good on the daily. Not in bullish mode on the daily because we're not above the top end of the cloud. To be ultimately bullish on the daily, we need to trade in this zone. So we're still bearish, swing trading, rebound rallies in an overall bearish trend here on the daily. But so far so good on the 4-hour. That's giving us a bit more comfort for this move to get back up to that 20,930 zone. Now if we take a look at the weekly, we can see here how we successfully rebounded from the top end of the cloud there. Now it's navigating the front end cloud chart resistance there, so we need to get through that zone, and then the next target would be that turning line of the cloud and the standard line of the cloud there on the weekly Ichimoku cloud. 20,930 and 20,979 are the upside targets on the weekly. But so far so good. Really like the 4-hour. Keep an eye on for any kind of consolidation back down to test these support levels, but so far so good. It looks like we've got a bit of a stronger relief rally trend in the making here, but keep an eye on those support tests for swing trades to the upside. Until next time, happy cloud chart trading. Bye for now.